Grace and peace, grand rising, grace and peace to everybody coming through. My brother Maybach is in the building. Salute. Man, I tell you, that full moon is kicking Ross. Just gonna set up, gonna let everybody kind of come on through. Today is your midweek check-in for your romance, finance, and health. We're gonna rewind that. That's gonna be for your health, your finances, and romance in that order. Remember that it is a timeless message, so you can check back tomorrow, tonight, next week. It's just to check what's going on in the week. We've had some very big planetary alignments happen the past week and a half. All right, so Jupiter and Venus were kissing on Tuesday. So that was mother and father, if you will, right? And then you got full moon to come on in and be great and showing its greatness. So some of us saw that big, beautiful, what they call worm moon, happen over the past couple of days. So some of us could still be feeling this effect, where it's, the full moon is in Virgo, all right, and it's in the sign of Pisces. I will try not to go there today with Pisces. I think I've gotten Pisces out of my system because the birthdays have passed. So I've gotten some Pisces people out of my system right now. But trust and believe, I was bashing them even on their birthday because I love them so much. I don't, brother. Well, this is really clear today. Today I got some clear. Usually my service is kind of like, but no, Maybach, I'm gonna hit you up because I really do need to set that up because it's been in the making for like a year and I haven't even set that up. I gotta go to the post office and do that stuff, but keep me posted. I will keep you posted because yes, I saw that, and there is one, I think it's a shirt that there is one that I saw that I do like. It's an all black shirt. So those who are interested in getting a shirt, I think I'm going to do that. That's going to be behind the scenes. I'm going to talk about that because there is something that I've been working on as well with what they call merch. It'd be cool to put some of your stuff on, just like do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we put each other's stuff on our merchandise things. And I don't know if that can really work out. It sounds great. My Lotus is in the building. Miss you guys. It's been a weird moment. My body was kind of like, I think it was more emotional fatigue. Like I said, I had 2 birthdays back to back this week. And then my father's last week, and the Pisces energy, I have to say, and I said, I'm not going to dog y'all out, Pisces. And I'm not, I'm just saying that the energy is very heavy. And some people are not really taking this energy so well. We have Jupiter and Venus. They were on a collision course together to meet up at night and do the secret rendezvous and kisses and all this stuff. And Jupiter is the planet of, expansion, but also discipline. It's the Capricorn energy. And so some people are not really handling this energy so well. I just don't handle full moons well, period. I'm a Cancer sun sign. And so, we're ruled by the moon. So that moon always be jacking me up. So for me to think I was going to come out here the day after a full moon, yeah, I was bugging. Let me take a little sip. And but we'll talk shop behind the scenes because this is the era to start capitalizing on things. But anywho, today is the midweek check-in. Again, as I was saying, these readings are timeless. However, if it's resonating with you at the moment, definitely take heed to it. Also, no disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. All right. So all the messages that you're getting are intuitively guided to me, spiritually guided to me. And therefore you take that how you take it. But if there's something serious going on with your body, all right, you definitely need to go and get that checked out. You don't want to sit up here and be like, well, Fox, he said, I don't want any lawsuits because I don't know you personally and I cannot diagnose you. Although I know a little something about medical, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a medical professional, not anymore. I don't work in the medical field no more. So don't come to me with your diagnosed murders and your WebMDs. I don't know. I'm just saying, spiritually speaking, we got to check our health. And, sometimes it comes out in the mental. I think that's what it was. I needed a mental break. Shout out to my master teacher, my father, that Pisces man, but he has been like taking my little crab claws and just bringing me down in the water. I'm like, trying to come back up, and he won't let me. He's like, stay down here with me under the sea. Darling is better. Where it is better, take it from me. I'm like, listen here. He wasn't Sebastian. It was reverse roles. Little Mermaid want to get up on land, and Sebastian's like, nah, chill. I'm saying, Pisces, like, what? I'm saying, So salute to them. But anyway, yeah. So guys, this is a general reading. It's a general message that we're taking. I got some new cards. Shout out to my personal readers, the people who are getting their personal readings all on deck. I'm so excited. Tomorrow I have one, and then I have one the following week or 2 weeks from now. So I'm just excited. And with that, I was able to get some new decks. All right. And the first one is this Arcania. It's a tarot deck, but I like the illustration. I go by, sometimes I'm a visual learner. And so instead of doing our wisdom oracle today, I'm going to be using the life purpose angel oracle. And that's how we'll end out our readings. We'll end out our reading today for that. But then I'm using the usual suspects. I'm going to be using the good old faithful, romance, angel romance, the island romance, and then the soul connections, all for romance. I dedicate it to romance. I love you guys. Not. But if I need to use a clarification, I'm going to be using this deck, but we're going to be checking the health and the finances with it's some Frenchy tarot deck. They're all tarot decks, but I like the different visualizations. It helps me, intuitively. So I didn't shuffle, guys. I'm shuffling really quickly. All right. So also don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, I know we got a new subscriber. We've gotten a couple of subscribers lately, and I'm really, I thank y'all, Brother Ra and Brother Mr. Blackman. Thank you. And Jewel has been promoting me, so shout out to Jewel. She's doing the damn thing, Jewel 215. She's having me circulate on her panel or channel rather. She's letting people know, come check me out. I'm so happy for that, guys. Also, don't forget tomorrow, if you haven't already, tomorrow is the 2 year, or not the 2 year. We made 2 years on the 5th, March 5th, in Pisces season, no less, right? But 2 years anniversary. I'm going to doing a virtual celebration. So please make sure to stop by. Even if you can't stay for long, just stop by, say hi. If you want to cam up, you can. It's going to be through StreamYard. So we're going to be doing that. The live is dedicated to our brother Rich Mo. I'm still not 100%. I don't think we'll ever be 100% when it comes to grieving, but Rich Mo is definitely a subscriber that, not even a subscriber, but became like a little brother to me. He passed away in July, just right after my birthday, and he's always active in the chat, front and center. And even if he can't cam up, or if he can't really type anything, he'll say, one liner, or, a couple of words. I'm at work, but I'm still here. I'm listening. And so, I want to, dedicate the live to him tomorrow. The party will be, in honor, because he's also been one of those day oneers as well, with a brother Cat. Those two are like my pillars. And he's not here in the physical, so I wanted to make that live tomorrow dedicated to him. So just make sure to come through. It's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And I don't tend to be too long, but on this channel, the first time I did it, I was about 10 hours in. All right. I had brother Jay Savage, as he's now known as Brother Savage. He was heckling me the whole 10 hours. Yes, I did 10 hours on my first live. So, yeah, man, it was really cool. And I appreciate everybody who's definitely been here since that journey. And, I didn't really think it was going to be that long, but it's here. And so I want to celebrate it. I want to honor this channel. But I also have a new channel for those who are new to the channel here. I have Inside Foxy's Mind. That's dedicated to a Mindful Monday, but I kind of will just go on whenever I can randomly. Like, that's not a real set channel time frame. It's pretty much whenever I feel like saying something. So that one might be a little more random. That's really how my mind is. Like, that channel is just random. So I could talk about anything over there, like, basically whatever is out and, about in media, that's where my mind is. But, so, look for that. Make sure you hit the notification bell for that. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends. I also will have live chats where you guys can come up and talk on the panel as well. It's not that serious. Like they said, it's all for entertainment purposes. I don't get no lawsuits. Been talking about Kyrie lately. I don't want to hear nothing. All right, I'm almost finished. Yeah, thank you, Lotus. Our brother Richmo. Spooky good. I miss that guy, really. But yeah, so as Nipsey Hussle said, the marathon continues, right? So Brother Rich has definitely made himself. Showed some stuff in the readings a couple of times. I'm like, don't you do that to me. Not you. Don't do it. I ain't ready for you. But, he knows how much I have a special place for him in my heart. So he's going to be like, no, well, too bad, Foxy. All right. So let's go ahead and let me take another little sip of some cafecita. And take another little piece of my fruit. This is breakfast because I really haven't, the full moon, or not even the full moon, because like I said, we've had some planetary alignments. Jupiter is going to be sitting in Pisces for the next 2 to 3 years. I don't know if I like that because it's going to be a battle of cooperation and meltdowns because Pisces, they don't get their way about things. I said I didn't want to do this with them today. I really didn't. But if Pisces doesn't get their way on certain things, they kind of like start crying. They start acting up. It's so that's why I'm like, it's going to be the chastising. Jupiter is going to be trying to set some rules. Pisces is going to be like, oh. Thank goodness I don't really got too many. I think I have a one Pisces placement. So that Jupiter is going to be my best friend. I'm going to be like, yes, sir. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I am, when it comes to being a soldier, Jupiter got one in me. So Jupiter's in my 6th house. So that's all about discipline and home. And that's what I'm saying. Jupiter's that coming in as that father figure. Get your shit straight. Jupiter's coming in as the father figure. So yeah. All right. Let me get my stupid cat out of here because he's scratching. It's always because it's Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. You know how they do. All right, guys. Let me just get him out. Go. No, YouTube, you're out. Beat it. Like Michael Jackson. All right. Let me just shift all this stuff over. These people, these damn cats, they like people. They're like little humans. They really look for this attention and things. Thank you, my Lotus. Yes. All right. So let's kick it in for your health, guys, and see what's going on. Again, these are general readings. Disclaimer: not a medical professional, not a legal aid, not a legal, lawyer, any of that stuff. So if you hear something that may sound pertinent to you, please check that out. All right. All right. So for health, let's see what's going on for the collective here. For the health. For what is today? The 8th, the 9th, midweek check-in. All right. So what is going on here? All right. So you got Justice. All right. 3 cards wanted to show up. Since I haven't really, I don't know. We're going to take these 3 cards. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups in reverse. All right. So, the first card that showed up is Justice. This is that Libra energy. Where's Maybach at? This Libra energy showing up here. All right. The next card that showed up was the 3 of Wands. And then the Devil energy. I said Capricorn, right? So Saturn is showing, Jupiter is showing up. This is that discipline. So, you may be, technically the new year is this month. All right. When we think of New Year, we think January. That's the fiscal year. But for rebirth and things of that nature, it's spring, right? So we're coming into the spring equinox in 2 weeks or so. And we have daylight savings this weekend. So, you may be looking to see other options, looking into the right options. I feel like some of us are still trying to struggle with what may be the best health regimen, whether it's getting outside, whether it's going to a gym. All right. Finding what's the key, what works best for you, not for, and we have to remember, guys, that our body types are different. I mean, clearly y'all can see I'm but this big. So what I intake and how I work my body out is going to be completely different than how somebody else is going to work their body out, who may be taller, shorter, more definitely women, right? Different body types, men and women. So we have to look to see what regimen works for us specifically. You may have to get something really detailed to your body. Go online. You might want to speak with a nutritionist. But you want to speak with somebody who has credentials, because I'm seeing with this Justice card here, you may want to speak with somebody who has some credentials. All right. And this Devil card here, this Capricorn energy, it's that not being wrapped up in your head, believing all the false, we could be having some body dysmorphia is what I'm hearing. Where you could be looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I don't look like that. You know what I mean? You're psyching yourself out, and there is a real clinical diagnosis. But some of us are really like looking at ourselves. The spring is here. Maybe not in certain parts, like the weather-wise, but the spring is coming. And so some people may be trying to get their bodies in alignment. There could be still that issue with the gastritis. Indigestion, things of that nature. I'm going to clarify just a little bit, because these cards all came out at the same time. So usually I try to just stick to one card and keep it moving, but we're going to see some stuff here. You definitely could be looking at yourself like, you're comparing yourself to other people. You're comparing yourself to the outside world. And remember, our bodies, this is actually going to bring me into, hold on a second, because we don't want to do a Mindful Monday, but we don't have an Inside Foxy's mind, but she is I and I am her. We just saw on the news that 4 people went, 4 Americans, African Americans, as they claimed them to be, went to Mexico, and the woman apparently was going for some type of augmentation for her body. You know, that's not, yeah, this is that they're showing up. So this is an example. Their story should be example for people to just accept your body the way that it is. All right, guys, it's easier said than done. I get it. I have those little issues sometimes. Oh, I'm so skinny. I need to put on some weight. I need to do this. But you know what? It is what it is, damn it. And as long as the people like me for who I am, it don't matter. I'm not going to augment myself to make somebody else happy. You see, that's the devil in disguise right there. That's the devil behind all of this. That's that toxic energy. Now you want to make yourself look good for somebody else. And they're always going to be looking. That's what it is. So let's draw this back into our reading. But that's that help, because the woman was doing something. Apparently 2 people, or I don't know. They said I think it was her and another person were getting like tummy tucks. So I'm like, wait a minute, one of the guys was getting a tummy tuck? The story sounds fishy anyway, but in the grand scheme of things, if that had to really do with her getting a body, her body augmented and things like that, that's just an example, guys, that we should just accept the way things are for us. Now, if you need to, do some, getting weights and things like that, as far as, taking care of your body and fine tuning, your body, then do that. Please don't be going someplace where you have no business. You have no business, or maybe you do. I don't know. All right, let's see what this Justice card here is about, please. What is this Justice card here? 9 of Cups. Yeah, because it's this delusion, but 9 of Cups is really sometimes can be gluttony. I feel like some people are trying to mentally psych themselves out, which is going to play on your physical. It is what it is, guys. This, like I just said, you are made, custom made. It's one of a kind with you. Yeah, 8 of Swords here, middle of the deck, bottom of the deck is the Empress. All right, so I could be tapping into a female at the moment now, Cancer. This is that emotions. We're in Pisces. So don't let Pisces sit here and start psyching people out, because Pisces will have you in your feelings. Okay. With this Empress here, Taurus energy, you could be, ladies, I don't want to, this is not to pick on us, but this is more, I'm gearing towards women right now. You could be not feeling sensual. You try not to be too strict on yourself. All right. Spring is just starting, so you have time. You're in competition with nobody but yourself. All right. It's not, you're looking at all these Instagram people. That's a facade, guys. That's a facade. That's the devil playing with your mind. That's not real. Real is how you look. If you're still a naturally voluptuous woman, that's you. Okay, if you're a little skinny itty bitty thing like me, that's it. All right, let's move on to 3 of Wands. You could be doing this for a man like this. I'm getting that whole Shanquilla. I mean, she was in Mexico. That's why I'm hearing that. But, please don't let these men sit out here and psych you up. That whole sex industry is devilment, guys. Sex is something that's sacred. It should be in your household. This shouldn't be advertised, because this is what I'm getting as well. I'm getting like the sexual energy. You want to look good for other people. Please don't. It's not like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, okay. But I'm just saying, like, think about it. Think about it. This is the 3 of Wands. Yeah, right after this full moon, somebody is like, during the full moon, 3 days before it, 3 days after. That's the energy of the full moon. I can't wait for Pisces season to get up out of here. There's so many. I'm not doing that. Just get one card for 3 of Wands, please. All right. So the devil showed up again. So, we already know. Middle of the deck, the Knight, King of Swords. Bottom of the deck here is the Queen of Cups. So definitely water energy. All right. Again, this could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We're still in Pisces season right now. All right. So for the clarification for the Three of Wands is the Devil card. Again, it showed up. See? The devil is in the details. So you could be wanting to pay attention to the fine detail, pay attention to the details of your body. And that's great. And you want to narrow in on specific parts of your body, and that's great. But please don't let social media or things that you see on TV play devil's advocate to your head, to your mind. Because there's a lot of that going on right now. It's bigger. It's worse than the 70s. Because at least back then you had to go into a certain store to get the, sex paraphernalias and things of that nature. Now you click on and you see soft, sexual innuendos on social media, and it's really trying to hardwire the way some of us are thinking. I grew up in that 70s, late 70s, going into the 80s, where that industry, they try to, especially in New York City, they try to burn down 42nd Street with because that whole strip was nothing but, sexual deviant type energy. All right. So you don't want to really look at, and this is a lot of feminine energy as well. Yeah, we got Tower right under the Queen. Scorpionic energy. So, there could be some perversions. All right. So try not to let that play into your mind's collective. What else? Now, why is this devil here? Capricorn energy. Again, we're going into Jupiter, into Pisces. So we could be seeing more of this type of behavior play out, but some of us have to be really disciplined, because Pisces, and this devil energy, they are about toxicity. That's the negative side of Pisces. Pisces are like a Scorpio. They know how to go underworld, underground. And they get into this type of sexual energy that's not sacred. It's toxic. If you look at this devil card in this one, and the other one too, there's two people here, male and female. And so you get into that type of exotic sexual innuendos when sacred sexual encounters should be private. All right. And shouldn't be advertised the way it is. And we may be seeing more of that. Just use your discernment. Why is this double card here, please? The feminine and masculine energy is battling it out. Five of Pentacles. You got Four of Pentacles, middle of the deck in reverse, and then the Seven of Swords here. Yeah. So the Five of Pentacles collective confirms this or clarifies this devil energy here. Yeah, somebody could be feeling, I'm not good enough as far as my body. My body's not good enough. You want to cater. This could be men as well. Men, women are visual as well. We look at a man too, just like a woman, just like a man looks at a woman. We look at men as well. And for the most part, most women like to see a man who's kind of like a Rock body, The Rock, with an Idris Elba look, or even Idris. Oof. All right. Never mind about Idris Elba. But listen, my grandmother, who was in her late 80s to 90s, all right, rest her soul, she loved herself some Idris Elba. I was like, Grandma, I understand. So, men, don't let the women dictate how you look either. It's how you feel. Now, if you can stand to lose that belly weight, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's about health, though. Don't get fooled about what these women you know, because the facade is out there, and you're going to get caught up in this illusion of, oh, I got to look good for these women and da-da-da. And if you're trying to attract them and that's what you're doing, then so be it. But if you're doing that solely on the purpose of, let me look good for these ladies, for these women, all right, because yeah, this is that 7 energy of the 7 of swords. This is that deceit. The devil is playing havoc out here. That energy of the lies and the manipulation and the toxic relationships, toxic sexual relationships. Stop. All right. We're going to try not to go there. We're going to try not to. I think this Pisces energy is really like Venus and Pisces are sister signs. All right. So they are mimicking each other right now. Virgos are doing Virgo is the sister to Pisces. So think about it. Those are like the twins. And their characteristics are almost the same. So they can be toxic. They can be manipulative. These are the toxic sides of the Virgo and the Pisces, because we have the devil out here, and the devil came up twice. And so that's the, that's that low chakra energy. All right. That's that root chakra. A lot of root chakra is showing here. So some of us may need to work on our root chakra more than others. That is the root chakra. We talked about this before, but your root chakra is right at the base of your, for the women, it's in your hoo-ha area. And for men, it's right underneath the testes. All right. So that's your root. That's your base chakra. And it's no wonder why the devil came up twice, because the devil has the 2 male and female here. So this reading is not catered just for females. This reading is catered to men and females alike, because we all have a root chakra, and some of us need to work on this more so than others. All right. So how does that work? You can sit in lotus position with your legs, kind of like what they call Indian style. I know that's a slur, but, having your leg crossed over on each other. Right. And hearing some chakra music, whether on YouTube, or downloading an app that has, the different levels of the chakras, the frequencies and the hertz. You want to start working on that now, because the base chakra, if that's not in line, guess what? This is not in line. Your third eye and your crown chakra, right? So you can't really have one without the other. This is an orifice as well. So if one orifice is out of line, guess what? This one is going to be with the toxicity. You're going to be letting all this outside energy influence you because of your root chakra. Got it? All right. So let's move on now to your finances. So I think that's crystal clear. You want to get red jasper or smoky quartz for those who are empathetic. Please be empathetic to yourself. But for those who are empathic, you might want to get something that's a little more a heavy hitter, like a smoky quartz. All right, I got that on as well. I keep that on me like all the time, because that's a grounding crystal as well. But it works. It's a dual action type of crystal. So the red jasper specifically for the root chakra. All right. But the smoky quartz handles the root, keeps you grounded, and protects this energy as well. So you got 2 for 1. And it does other things. I just don't know all the properties, but you guys can look that up. All right. So let's move ahead to your finances now. Your finances can play into you wanting to spend money to go change yourself. The only thing I don't want to tell y'all how to live. But, going to the gym is an investment. Buying equipment is an investment. To alter your body, man. That's a lot. That's a commitment I cannot do. All right, let's move on to your finances, guys. Let's go ahead. Ooh, Uncle Frank is in the building. Salute, sir. Haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you come through. All right, let's go ahead and get to your finances. Let me just shuffle this really quickly because, the devil's out. I'm not worried about the devil being in there now. The devil showed up twice. Get the devil out of here. All right. Finances for the collective. And Lotus, if you know any other grounding gemstones for the collective, please, you know how you do, if you can. All right. The 10 of Cups is in reverse here. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Pentacles. Ooh, Sister Mayada's in the building. Hey, boo. Representing. All right, so we got the 4 of Swords here. In regards to finance. Now, I'm going to clarify with this as well. But, the 4 of Swords is representing, taking some time to relax. I'm hearing also not to spend everything that you're getting. If you got some money already or you're waiting to get some money, try not to spend it all. I feel like you need to have this preserved and guarded. All right, guarded. Let's clarify a little bit. Yes, because we got the 4 of Pentacles bottom of the deck. So that 4 of Pentacles is about holding on to your money. It's almost being like a Scrooge, a miser, a penny pincher. But some of us could be getting caught up in this weather. That's what I'm saying. Spring is here. We want to go all off. We want to get like real happy out here. We need to like pull it back a little bit. Just pull it back just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. So 4 swords. Why is this here? Ooh, let's get that. All right. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles. Middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All that about that money. Here's the Temperance in reverse. So, if somebody is waiting for some bailout is what I'm hearing. Bailout. Somebody could be, I don't know, somebody could be going through some stuff. But the Temperance here is about healing. So some people, and I'm guilty of this, I definitely need to, I have trauma behind money. And what that is even though my family was okay, I struggled. Because once I became an adult, y'all know I had my child at an early age. So I had to be resourceful, and I couldn't rely on my family, my parents, to financially take care of me. So there's this love. I wouldn't say even love. There's this like and dislike that I have towards money. I like it when I have it. Like most people, we hate it when we don't have it. And so we could be going through this type of, we have to heal some traumas with money. And we have to look at it as really easy come, easy goes. We can't really have ties to money. We can't put that too much intention into it. Now, if you're trying to do magic money, I don't really do that stuff. But you guys can look up, you can go to somebody who does magic money and things of that nature. That's, again, I really don't do spells. I don't do spells. I only do protection spells for me and my children. But the money spells and the love spells, it's a slippery slope, because it's almost like you're bartering the energy or manipulating like a magician. And I've always had an issue with that. I feel like money comes, money goes. Love comes, love goes. You shouldn't put out a spell to keep somebody around. Now, if you want to have them be a little more lighthearted or something like that. But anyway, what I'm saying is somebody might be wanting to get into that kind of money magic. You're going to be hearing that a lot lately, especially in the spiritual community. You're going to be hearing people, oh, we'll do money magic and we'll do that. I'm not saying it's a Ponzi scam, but too much of anything in excess is not good. And not all money is good money. So some of us might be needing to have to heal from the traumas of not having enough, or just trying to, you might have you could be having just some type of issue. I resonate with this reading right now, for real, because I really have that finances be crippling me sometimes. I freeze up with that's probably why God won't let me win the lotto, because I have no concept of money. Like, I get it, and we know about the monopoly of it and stuff like that, but to me it's like whatever, you know what I mean? Because I know what it is to not have it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're gonna keep me in the struggle love with money. That's what it is. It's the struggle love with money. So some of us could be going through some type of struggle love, but others could be, coming out of this type of struggle love. But just be mindful. Just because you've gotten off this hurdle, be mindful about your money. Counting your pennies, literally counting your coins, checking the balances, checks and balances. All right. The spring is going to be bringing some people, this big fortune if somebody's been waiting, but it's in the process. Like, I feel like there's a lot of spiritual, I don't want to say manipulation, but that's what I keep getting, is this manipulation, this alchemy, which is good. I mean, there's no right or wrong here. If that's what somebody's trying to work on and do this, then kudos. But just know what you're doing. All right. Because I feel like those type of things, when you're doing that type of money magic and love spells and things of that nature, there's always room for something to backfire. So I mean, maybe that's because I'm always kind of like in this fearful kind of like, I don't know about that. I just never really felt like doing that would, you know what I mean? Like, love is free will. And like I said, money comes and money goes. That's how we have to treat it. We can't be this miser. We can't be this Four of Pentacles holding on to the money. And that's what happens sometimes with some of us who don't have, who wasn't financially successful. We hold on to whatever little bit of money that we have. And that's not always a good thing either. We have to let that go, because it's a currency. And it has to go out to come back in. We got to cast out that energy to have that come back to us. My great grandmother was like that. This is crazy. This reading is definitely resonating with me, because her and my great grandfather came from Jamaica, and they didn't have that money like that. So when they came here, they were like grabbing what they can, and then they held on to it. They held their kids like that, especially my great grandmother. All right. So we want to just be mindful. You might want to maybe sit in some meditation and just think about, do the prayer if you're into that before you go and start spending money out, or just praying that, your family's, successful in their own right. But I feel like, there needs to be some healing here, with money. All right. Let's move on to your romance collective. Let's go on ahead. Am using the angels romance, right? And the island time, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't like the romance readings. Romances be like, You guys have been here long enough. I don't really care for the romance. Easy come, easy go. All right. So the romance could either sway with a single person or a person in a relationship. You take it how it resonates with you. If it's not your message, please don't try to make it fit in there. All right. So what's going on for the collective in regards to romance? Yeah, passion, springtime, spring love. Come back to me. Spring weddings, I'm seeing. Attraction, yeah, man. It's looking good. And releasing your ex. I'm going to stop right there. Show. Thank you, my Lotus. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, Sister Maya? It's like, yeah, you ever get, like, some of us get so crippled when it comes to the first of the month because all those bills, man, I'm telling you, I be having some real psychological issues with money. And I think that's why God's like, no, you're not going to have that because you won't know how to handle it if you had all that money. Can you imagine? Like I said, I told y'all before, I'd be sending to the children's charities. I'd be sending to Feed America. I'd be sending to, Boys and Girls Club. Like, I do all the charity stuff, take care of my family, and then just go, like, but I'll probably be buying stupid stuff. So, yeah. God's like, you're going to be poor this cycle. Damn. God said you're going to learn. I feel because in my last lifetime, I was the person that's confirmation. In the last lifetime, which I read upon, I was the person in NXS. I had the pentacles and then some. And I put the pentacles before my family. So this lifetime, my family is before the pentacles. All righty. You gotta wonder why things happen. And there's no accident. Everything is by design. Ooh, thank you, Maya. Thank you. Got that clear. When are we doing this? Ooh, today. She's like, listen, I'm not playing. I need a reading right now. ASAP. Hollow's in the building. Salute, my good brother. All righty. Oh, I don't know. YouTube is playing. I know. Lotus told me that too. I mean, the only thing I could suggest is also if you guys go to my Instagram with Fossy Moon, I can send out notifications that way. I send out through the messenger. That's the only way that you'll get. And this was an impromptu. So I was supposed to come on yesterday, but I was like, the full moon had me down, bro. Had me down. Wait, what are we booking today? I didn't even see what we're booking. Hold on, y'all. Okay, we're going to do a 5-card spread at 1:30. All right, I got to get myself together. That means I can't stay on too long. Sister Mayat said, listen, I need that now. We got to do a reading now. All right. So let's get to romance. I'm almost done with our midweek check-in. All right, so we got engagement, guys. What I say, the springtime is bringing the lovey-dovey feelings when I'm with you. Hold on, let me close out my thing here. All right. Or I'll just put it in here, you guys. Yeah, and then we got retreat, bottom of the deck. But I'm gonna put in my Instagram. If you guys have Instagram, you can go to my Instagram page. If you need to book a reading there, you can. But here is really self-explanatory. What is going on here? Now I just made myself bigger. Oh, there we go. No, wait a minute. No. You know what it's doing? All right. Lotus, can you help me out? Because I'm messing up this font and now I just made everybody smaller and I'm going to be looking like a little old lady trying to figure it out. Okay, hold on a second. Reset. There we go. Yeah. Inside Foxy and also my Instagram too. Please, moderator extraordinaire. I really cannot handle this ship without my Lotus. Like, she really is the best of the best. All right, so engagement. All right, collective. So you have your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Now, does this mean you will be getting engaged or married? Like literally speaking, maybe, yes. But engagement also means this relationship, there's more of a commitment, if you will. There's more of this, let me be more engaging with this person, right? And getting to know them. Like you see, she's leaning over him. He's showing her some stuff and she's interested. She's taking the time now to engage with him. And, he could be saying some stuff that's really like, wow, All right. We got to feed each other this knowledge. We can't just sit there and make it this one side. We got to help each other out, guys. We can't be in a war with each other, men and females. We cannot do this anymore. Because it's getting played out. Man versus woman. That's getting played out. But it's going to keep going on, because the more that the opposition keeps putting stuff in our face, the more we're going to, some of us are going to take the bite. But look, he's got a little book right here, so he's probably feeding her some knowledge. Or she could have been showing him some stuff. She's probably like, let me see your palm. Like she's probably being a palm reader to him. Like, look, this is what's going on. Like, I'm just saying. She's probably putting him on to game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's giving her the book knowledge. She's giving him the spiritual knowledge. And that's what the balance is. This is Maya. That's the balance right there. Okay. If she's giving him the book smart, or he's giving her the spiritual lessons, that's how it works. That's how it works. And if that's not what you into, them, you know what I'm saying? We got ascending here, middle of the deck in reverse, and then we got date, bottom of the deck. All right, so it has coffin that came out for you guys to clarify this engagement. It says endings, new beginnings. So, as I was shuffling, we saw ending of an ex, right? So, releasing your ex. Some of us could be not wanting the one night stand type thing, right? We want somebody. Listen, I feel like some of us are ready for the next step in life, and that's more of a spiritual connection. We really, we're tired of the shallow, just sexual. Like I said, in the health reading, it's more about seeing stuff on social media and thinking like, that sexual energy is really, what it is cute. It's not. You really want to have that engagement. You want to have this type of spiritual relationship with a partner, not just the one night stands. It leaves that kind of leaves out of your soul when you start doing that type of engagement. When we're doing the one night stands, your spirit is being depleted. And some of us don't want that anymore. Some of us want to die out. We're letting that scorpionic, where's my brother Hollow at? We're letting that scorpionic energy end. My Lotus. We're letting that Scorpio energy come through, kill off this one side. Yes, some of us know how to deal with our demons, but it's a balance. We can't always be on hypersexual all the time. Some of us need to have that balance where we're having that spiritual energy come through and help us realign ourselves. Like I said, some of us have to realign our root chakra. We just saw that in the health. Some of us are on this slime time, and it's like, Is this not the month of Yeshua's resurrection? I don't know if you subscribe to that. I don't know. But, some things have to die to be reborn and be born into this different type of, I can't do what I did before back in the days. I gotta step my game up. Right? All right. So let's go on to finish out this romance reading. Getting to know yourself. Woo. All right. So we got attraction, rekindle in reverse, middle of the deck, and the bottom of the deck is intense. Why I said that scorpionic energy. So 2 cards came out for you guys. See what I'm saying? Thank you for my angels to clarify. Yin and yang, guys. We need that balance. It's great. Attraction showed up twice. It's great that we have the attraction with one another, but you have to have this balance. Somebody has to bring this knowledge and the spiritual energies. It just can't be just attraction. Like, that's just emptiness at the end of the day. We have to have that type of connection to fulfill each other. And if some of us are not, that's not happening now. I think some of us don't want that anymore. Again, I don't want to bring up the Bible and verses, but I think it's in Corinthians where there's a verse in there that says, when I was a child, I learned things as a child. I'm paraphrasing. As I played as a child, but as I became a man, all childish things come to an end. I'm paraphrasing. But that's what I'm getting. Like, we can't be the naive, not in this day and age. You're just you're just being foolish at this point if you know better but don't want to be better. And when it comes to relationships, especially in a romantic situation, you want to have this fulfillment. It can't just be the one-sidedness, right? So let's read what this attraction says here. Damn cats. Divine soul encounter attraction transcends superficiality. Did I not say this earlier in the health reading? Like the yin and yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. Now, you guys know how I feel about the twin flame. I don't know too much about it, but does it exist? Is it existing? I don't know. I don't want to take the twin flame, because this is not for everybody. Everybody is not a twin flame. The twin flame is somebody that recognizes you're mirroring this person. But the yin and the yang, I think, is more counterintuitive, where you need to help your partner out, right? Try to be the beacon for them. And if they don't want to subscribe to what you're doing, that's fine. Don't try to push them or pressure them into learning some stuff that you're learning and they don't want to get into it, because in due time, either they won't or they'll just respect what you're doing, right? But there's nothing wrong with sharing the knowledge and getting them engaged with what you're learning. And vice versa. If this is a man, female, you take this message how it goes. It could go either way. Now, if you're not in a relationship, that's what I'm saying. I think we're not waiting. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be this. It's got to be this or nothing. Because I feel like, if this is a single reading, excuse me, you're letting all that other energy type die. Like, it's like, I'm not doing that anymore. It's gotten me really nowhere. But empty promises and broken hearts, right? So it's like, if somebody's coming around, then it's got to be this fulfillment. I'm not doing that. Ladies, this could be a male, men. This could be a female. You take it again how it resonates. Masculine, feminine energy. All right. So that is the romance. Let's get on to the last of the reading, which is the oracle. That's how I end out the readings, guys. For those who are new, I end out an wait, let's get initials. Wait, hold the phone. We got to get initials to the romance. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I got excited. I was trying to get out of that romance reading real quick, guys. I don't like it. All right. What are the initials here? So we got X and D. Of course. My initial would be here. All right. So those are the initials of who this may pertain to. Again, the initials be their first name, middle name, last name, nickname, street name, how you name it, professional name, stage name. However that resonates for you guys. All right. So let's close out. And let's get an oracle. I'm using a new oracle deck today, guys. The Life Purpose Oracle deck. So I usually end with the wisdom, but today I'm going to be using the Life Purpose Angel Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and slime. You know what I'm saying? Slime time. All right. So what is the message to leave out with? All right. So we got here children, and there's another one that wanted to come out. And creative expression. Bottom of the deck is time to decide. All right, so we're going to read these two cards. The first card was the children card. And the next card you got was creative expression. So it says here, your life purpose involves teaching and healing children. And then your soul longs to express its creativity. I'm getting a lot of that healing again, guys. Here's the bottom of the deck says time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. You know what's crazy? Right behind that is body work. And behind that is justice. Behind that is nutrition. So that goes into that first reading with the health. And be careful, be mindful. That body work, as we talked about, with the 4 people who went out to Mexico, it's not worth it. You just gotta find. You gotta take the time. You have to decide. But you not letting other people on the outside dictate how you should look. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like some of us need to get back into that healing ourselves in everything. Whether it's sexual energy, whether it's financial energy, spiritual energy, we need to get back to the essence and remember how we were as children. Some of us may not have had a great childhood, but I'm talking to the ones that it was cool. You went out on family outings. You did things with your family. A lot of the issues that we have stem back from our childhood, stem back from our parents and things like that, and we're carrying our parents' issues and our griefs and our pack that all up and send it on its way. And you want to have somebody who can help you, i.e. with this engagement here, because your one night stands are not going to want to listen to you saying you got mommy and daddy issues. They're not there for that. Your partner is. Your partner's going to help you heal these issues that you have. And if they can't, then seek therapy, seek help, do what you need to do. You may need to Pisces energy, Virgo energy. We just had a full moon in Virgo. So some of us need to tap back into our creativity, like being that child that we were, where things, I know life is crazy now. It's taking its turn for something else. But you have to, I keep hearing the word imagination. And I was watching 363, Black Magic 363, and somebody else was talking about that too. I think Brother Hollow knows. But it's tapping back into the imagination, guys. Like, we really got to go back into when we used to get coloring books and the nostalgic of things. I think that's what we're having a problem with. We could be reminiscing about that, but you got to tap back into that. If you're feeling it, do it. They got adult coloring books now where we can, color and draw and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of healing that needs to take place internally, where we may be having issues, as we grew up from childhood. Our parents did the best that they could with what they could. But we can't carry their burdens and then blame them for the way that we are. Because at some point you became an adult. At some point you became conscious enough of the things that you did. So you can't say you blaming it all completely on your parents. When do you take accountability? When do you stop saying, my father, because he wasn't around and so forth and so on, or my mother was on, whatever the case may be. When do we then become the adult and become accountable? I had to, and let me tell you something. It was my partner that was like the Pisces that said, you have to forgive your parents. I'll never forget this. And I think it was like after we got married, the day after our wedding, he literally, because I had so much stuff going on with my family, with my parents. And though they reared me okay, but it was their issues that they had that then became my issues. And I was carrying around, I was hostile all the time, upset, mad. And so he said, you have to forgive your parents to move on, especially in this relationship. And literally, maybe a couple of months after that, I spoke to both my parents, individually, and let them know, like, I really forgive you guys. And once I did that and had that conversation with them, a weight lifted off my shoulders. And now we're cool. I think we're too cool, where my dad's just divulging all this. I'm like, Dad, I don't want to hear about your girlfriends. Like, I don't want to hear about that old lifestyle. But what I'm saying is, and if you can't speak to them, you have to make some kind of peace and amendment with that life to the life that you have now. It's gotta happen, or you're gonna be walking around here just mad and angry and taking it out on other people, taking it out on your children. Now you're in a cycle where you have children, and now you're taking that anger out on them. They're innocent. Look at this, the little lamb here. These kids are innocent. You shouldn't be taking your frustration and your aggression out on them because you still haven't healed your issues. It's a big cycle. It's very big. But somebody's got to be the bigger person. All right. That's all. So with that being said, that was the reading. Okay. Yes. Sister Maya said she's got to go run and do a reading. I mean, a thing. So yeah, guys, that was it. It's 12:12 in the building. Salute to everybody that came through. Brother Maybach, Brother Hollow, Uncle Frank. Okay. Sister my aunt and my Lotus, thank you for holding it down so much with me. But we're gonna go. We're gonna wrap this up. Let's see, anything else new going on? Not really. Nope. As far as the planetary alignments, again, guys, I don't really, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to try to even dive into that. I just intuitively say what it is. But, like I said, we have Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be sitting in Pisces for the next couple of years. And like I had mentioned earlier, Jupiter is a expansion planet, but it's, karma. It's discipline. It's more about discipline than anything. It's that Capricorn energy. So, some people, especially intuitive people or empathic people or sensitive, however you want to name them, clairvoyant, all the clairs. Some of them, what I'm noticing, is having a hard time adjusting, but it's more of a energetically speaking type adjustment. A lot of things are going to be falling through the wayside that some of us still want to hold on to, i.e., childhood issues. Somebody always wants. Some people like to play the victim role, and the next 2 to 3 years is going to really be hard on some people that are in that type of arena. The victim role. As I said, the beginning of this fiscal year or calendar year, we're in the year of judgment. All right, so we're in 2023. And for me, I feel that it's a judgment year. Why? It's a spiritual year. Number 7, when you break down 2023, it breaks down to spirituality. And that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a hell of a time. Like, I'm not going to try to, I don't want to sugarcoat this, but I'm trying to make it as non-threatening as possible. But there's some alarming things to look out for. Excuse me. Getting the protective armor, if you will, not just the physical armor, but your spiritual armor. Like I said, your crystals. You really want to arm yourself up these next couple of years in that respect. Now, if you're going to go do ammo and bulletproof stuff, that's another getting yourself ready. But these alignments, we've also had the sun doing its explosion the past couple of weeks, where it's been emitting all these flames and hitting the planet and heating us up. This is why down south is getting warmer really quickly now. And so you just want to be on the lookout for certain things. If it piques your senses, use that intuition, use that gut intuition, because some of us are going to need that. And you're going to need that to guide others, because we're in the battle of consciousness and spirituality. And, we see this play out with, like I said, we talked about IE or AI. And there's this battle for your consciousness. And in that is going to try to usurp or get to your spirituality, your spiritual self, your spiritual consciousness. See, because the powers that shouldn't be know what it's about, and they're into this manipulation. All right. And those who are susceptible to that type of thing, you really need to protect your energy. Try not to watch too much of any of that other stuff that's going on, because that's just getting into your psyche, right? Not to say to bury your head in the sand and turn a blind eye and let things fall through the wayside, but it's this holding on to thank you, my Lotus. It's this holding on to preservation, because some things need to be sacred. Like I just said, children are off the board, right? And sexuality should be off the board, but it's not. And they're trying to get our kids to show them stuff that they shouldn't be seeing at an early age. And I think that's another reason why, with this stuff that's going on out there in the world, we really need to protect our children. That's the innocence that I was just talking about. Your innocence might have been tainted as a child. You need to then, if you're a good parent, you will shield them from what you might have went through growing up, right? Trying to choose my words carefully, because I don't want to say certain keywords or trigger words, but I want us to be aware that there's this, what do they say? The devil, excuse me, the devil is circling around like a lion. I've been led to read scripture the past couple of days too, and just really dive a little deeper into self and do self-reflection and doing the self-protection. Because, like I said, some of us are more susceptible to attacks than others. And the more that the third eye awakens to other people, and they just walking in this light, and they're like not really getting the proper guidance, that's who's going to be the powers that shouldn't be. That's who they're getting. The ones that are waking up and they're like, oh, they feel like this is a game. They're throwing the spirituality out here like it's a game. Like it's a game. I can't say anything else better than a game. Like it's play time. It's not. That's the manipulation. Oh, let us throw out, and yeah, I'm going to say tarot readers. Because they are pushing this agenda. And I'm not saying that there aren't any legit people, such as myself, such as Lotus. I'm not saying that. Even from inception of when I started this channel, it was never about politics. I really didn't want to, but a Pisces was like, you should stick with this. Shout out to the Yellow Jesus. But This is sacred. This is not a game. And this is what I was talking about in regards to your sexual, activities. It's sacred. It shouldn't be broadcast on social media. It doesn't matter what sexuality you're going with and what you're doing. It should remain behind closed doors. And again, the powers that shouldn't be flooded us back in the 70s, with an industry of hypersexuality. And so you're out here now doing stuff that you shouldn't have been doing at an early age. Right? Can we say I can't wait till Pisces season ends? Hold on, y'all, because my little one's tapping into my wisdom at the moment. Hold on. Snap. Hold on a second. But so we've been doing certain things that we shouldn't have been doing at an early age and thinking that's okay, right? Say, for instance, having sex at an early age. You guys know that there's no surprise with me telling you this. Hello, this is why I had this is why I was pregnant at 15. I'm not hiding that. And I wear that badge and pretty much have ingrained that in my children that please don't do that. Please live your life. I'm the poster child of what you shouldn't do. Me and their dad are the poster children of, no, you shouldn't go down this way. And here's why. So that they can see, oh, okay, my parents didn't, let me see. My parents let a lot of things hang. And they were like, you shouldn't be around to see this, but you're here, right? And so it wasn't until I got pregnant that I had to use discernment, because now I have a child that I have to not let her see things hang. You know what I'm saying? Like, protect them. I kind of like what my grandparents and great grandparents did. There's certain, you have to listen, people don't want to hold on to morals anymore, but it's a must. It's a must. We have to use discretion. We got to be discreet, because there's little people watching us. There's little people watching us. You're accountable for this little life that you brought in. And I'm not saying, try to be the best parent, but try to do the damn best that you can with what you can. But be better than your parents and the next generation, to guide them and protect them. Because it's a weird, crazy world out here. Well, okay, there's the Lotus is standing me corrected. She's like, listen, we're not tarot readers. We're light workers. That's right. So, we just read cards. But yeah, she's right. We're light workers. We're light healers. We just don't read the cards only. We do other things behind the scenes that we're not going to advertise to you. Now, those who are advertising and showing their work, hey, I understand getting into this field. You're right, Lotus, is a work. Getting into this field wasn't for everybody. So a couple of years back, I couldn't do the Florida water like I was selling chicken, because not everybody's into Florida water. Half of people don't even know what Florida water is. They think in Florida water. Only the spiritual crew know what the Florida water is. So how could I? And that's when the guide said, that's not for you. It's not how you're going to do your work. It's not how you're going to, if you're trying to do that, that's not going to work. So they threw the cards at me. And again, in that time, it really again wasn't what they call mainstream. And it's literally just within the 2 years. And I think with the lockdown and the shutdown, people had to be creative. Oh, let me see what I could do. Let me see if I can read. Let me see if this, that, and that. And they became, what have you. They got tapped in, and they had to find a different outlet. Whatever. I'm not here to cast a stone on anybody that's doing cards or that type of healing work. But you know who's real about their craft. You know who's really about it, as opposed to somebody that's just catching on to the tail, or not even the tail end, because we're like right in the middle of this groove, right? But you'll know who's real and who's not. And I implore people to do their research with the person. And I had to show and prove, and I appreciate. I'm gonna go talk about this more on my celebration party tomorrow. But the likes of Maine the Milkman, I was first time out the gate, and I'm reading for all these people on the panel. They didn't know me, and I don't know them. And just on that face, and I appreciate that, because I had to be on the quick, and I'm just getting my craft. That was in the inception of my craft. And now I got, Pink Sugar's there from day one. And she was one that was like, She gave me the grill face, like, go ahead, I dare you to read me. That's boot camp. That's boot camp. That's spiritual boot camp. Oh, you're going to do readings? Okay. Let's go. And from that point on, that's how I got people to book readings and things like that. But it's not for everybody. What I'm just saying is I appreciate that, because that was in real time that you got to see somebody amongst other people don't know each other from a hole in the wall. And on the fly, I had to be like, in the beginning of me getting into this craft that I'm doing now. That's dope. I appreciate that, because I work on that type of level. I work on the that type of pace, like hands-on or pressure. I work well under pressure. And coming from a hospital, you have to know how to work well, under pressure. So they just put me through a spiritual boot camp. Let's go. It's go time, right? So that's a track record right there. Like, you can see, oh, she's on it. Now, I'm not saying anybody that you go to see and you check out their channel, because listen, that's how I was tapped into some of these readers. And two of them are, like, to me, a mentor. And they are about it. But we have to use discernment, because we're in a time where this is becoming more mainstream. The spirituality is becoming mainstream. You go on TikTok, and that's what you're seeing now, is people coming out doing readings. McDonald's 2 years ago talking about, oh, come through and we'll give you a reading. McDonald's talking about doing a reading? Since when? So that's what I'm trying to say to us, is that they really trying to use what we got and make it gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? They really out here trying to play games on us. When once upon a time, they were telling you that that's devilment, that's evil. How, Sway? As they say, how, Sway? Now, fast forward, and you guys are in a industry, in a fast food restaurant, talking about we're going to do tarot readings. I take it a little personal. And any person that doesn't really, well, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna just hold it myself. I'm gonna hold that accountable. But I feel like anybody who doesn't go against that, we know that there is a business in this. And if you've been here since inception, my big cat is here. Yes, all is well. Big cat, don't forget tomorrow, come through, because we're going to be doing the 2-year celebration, our 2-year anniversary. Let me be clear. You can make a business out of this, right? It's been like this for a very long time, since our ancestors. How do I want to word this? Me speaking, I didn't really want to do money exchange. I felt like this is something that if it's a gift, you just give it the message out, right? And in doing that, people were sending me money on some, you read me, and everything you were saying, pretty much everything you were saying was on point. And so then I had to think, and spirit's like, you can't not say you can't take any money. You gotta, you're doing something, so you gotta get paid for it. And trust me, I wrestled with this for like a year. Like, I was really on some no. I just opened up my website last year because I really didn't want to get paid. You know what I mean? Like, I really like, one, I have the money problem, right? Like I was just telling y'all. And then the second thing is like, I'm just giving, I'm giving the information for free. I don't feel like that needs to be charged. But as they say, nothing's for free, right? But I'm not going to be out here bamboozling. I'm not going to be out here trying to bamboozle people either. So I wrestled with my prices. They were up, then they were down. Now they're kind of like stable as far as, how much should I charge? Because people were just giving me big amount of money. Not big, but not no $10 donation either. You know what I mean? And not to say that I don't take that, I don't take that for granted at all. Because that's a $10 meal right there. I could go to the bodega and get me and my daughter some lunch with that money. You know what I'm saying? But if they were given that, so I had to like try to match it, but then I wanted to be fair because, people may not be able to afford that. And I don't want to lose what they call clientele because my prices, listen, there's readers that are charging hundreds of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, let me start reading for myself. And that's how it started. My reader wasn't charging that much, but like, wait, hold up now. Let me see if I can tap in. My readings from myself are like hit and miss. I can't read for myself per se. I have to read myself in third person, like I am a client. And that's kind of hard. And I don't really like reading for my family because it's kind of conflict of interest. But what I'm saying is, just use your discernment. Let's talk is in the building. Peace, peace, peace. Good to see you. Baseru was in the building. Yeah, you see my girl. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. But what time is it? Okay? We still got a little time to talk because I got a reading at 1:30. All right. So anyway, yes, we got to use the discernment, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I take what I do personal. So when I see people trying to be out here, It's like, I'm not trying to be biased about it. I mean, prejudice against it. I'm just like where are the people standing up for this? And so I feel like, you know what? Some things need to be kept a secret. Some things need to be held held behind closed doors. If you want to know about it, go find out about it. But because everybody shouldn't be privy to certain things. Some people don't know how to handle that information. So you got a lot of people running around here with all this information. They don't know what to do. They could be a problem. And I'm talking about any type of information. It's not just spiritual information, but spiritual information. If you have all this information and you don't have somebody who's trained, I had to train myself. And unbeknownst to me, I just came about information that it was my great-great-grandmother on my mother's father's side that was doing this, what they call root work. She did the tea leaf readings and her daughter did it, and then it stopped. But the grandson, which was my grandfather, was intuitive, and his daughter which is my mother. And they're from Grenada. That side of the family's from Grenada. My mother's from side of the family's from Jamaica. But they Christian, and they wasn't rocking with that stuff. So nobody really talked about doing that. So I had to learn all this kind of like on my own. Yes, watching some readers, getting readings myself, but it still wasn't like something I'm aspiring to be or aspiring to do. It's really that tap on the shoulder, like, okay, time is up. Your light working in the hospital with children, so you can't do that anymore because this is what you're going to be doing. Everything is, like I said, it's not a coincidence. This is a divine purpose. If you're being taken out of a situation and you're like, why? How, Sway? That's because the Most High Creator has something in store for you, destined for you to do and be. And when you obey the calling, then it's like, all right, you got to bow down. It's humble work. Some of us work on our egos and we can't work in the humble work. Oh, but I'm not getting paid a lot. Oh, but I'm not. Oh, but you're worried about the outside stuff. Then that's not for you. It's not your work. It's not your line of duty. Like Lotus said, we're light workers. It's not your line of duty. If you know what I mean? Like, and then you don't want everybody touching you. I don't want everybody's paws on me. I don't know what energy you got going on. Same thing, like some people are like, oh, I'll pray for you. Only the people I know that are what I know about them, and then they'll say, I'll pray for you. And I try to be mindful with saying that too. I really don't say that because I understand that that's a word, that's an energy. But again, you don't want a whole bunch of people. I mean, they're advertising now healing. You go to Mexico. Let's go to Mexico. There's a healing retreat. Let's go here. There's a healing retreat. I'm not saying that the people that are posting this or doing this are not legit, but just be mindful about it. Do your research on these people before you let them lay hands on you. Because again, you don't know who they're working with. You don't know what side of the table they're on. Are they true light workers or are they light workers? Remember, Lucifer was a light being, the light bearer, right? You don't want just anybody touching you, spiritually speaking. physically speaking. You want to be careful. Same thing when we're having this sexual energy. Where was that card at? The one night stands and stuff like that. Well, you guys saw him earlier. The date. You don't want you don't want that type of energy on you like that. This is the time to be discerning, and not be out there with everybody, because there's a lot of things happening in the spiritual world that you can't see. There's people being, possessed, and not in the possession that you see on TV. That's not what I'm talking about. That's Hollywood. I'm talking about there's things that are happening because there's been portals that have been opened. Spirit's telling me to digress. We'll talk about that. You're going to have to do the work, guys. You're going to have to do your research. There's certain things I can't say and there's certain things I can say. And you got to know when to say certain things and when not to say them. Again, using discernment and not letting society dictate to you who you are, what your spirituality should be, what your religion should be. If you feel like you need to be wherever, so be it. Use your intuition, use your judgment, because things are not what they seem. As I said on my Inside Foxy's Mind, question everything now. You have to question everything. It's going to make you sound bonkers. It's going to make you go bonkers, but you have to do it. Because on the surface level, it's not what it seems. That's just what it is. It's surface level. There's stuff that's impacted behind this that you can't see, right? You can't see my hand behind it. You don't know what I'm doing. I could be having my middle finger up right now. You don't know what you see. And so you have to question the behind the scenes. What is the motive for this person to say that? What is the motive for this situation to happen now? Why is this information here? Or, wow, I just learned this stuff, but that wasn't what I was taught back in grade school. So I don't even know what's for real anymore. Like, in that respect, like, I don't know where the truth is in certain things. Like, I have to really, go back to basics, go back into childhood and get on the root of things as far as in my religious background and aspect. Like, go back into that. That's why I said I was reading the scriptures, saying, well, now what are you trying to tell me? There's a saying, many are called, but there are only a chosen few. There's only a chosen few. Yeah, there'll be many wakening up there, but there's only a few that are chosen to do the work, to walk the line. It's not for everybody. And like I said, you will see the next couple of years will play itself out, and you will see who's legit, who's a fraud, who's putting up a persona. Because Jupiter is going to be lining some people up with the discipline. And if you had issues with your father when you were a kid, and if your father was a strict disciplinarian, you're gonna feel this again. Because it's gonna be and your father's only telling you no, or protecting you or guiding you right? Because he knows best, give or take, right? For all intents and purposes, Father knows best. Father is the head. Father is the leader. And some of us have been running around here on some, we don't have a father. Some of us didn't have a father. Some of us don't know what it's like to get that real ass whipping. Some of us don't know the baritone. Yeah, your moms could be whipping your behind, and your moms could give you that look and you know not to play with her. But the father, my grandfather used to line my parents, and my father was the one that would give me the spankings. My mom would she would take the belt out of me. As I was a naughty little kid. I can admit that. I was a naughty little kid. Challenging. I was challenging for her. For both of them. But my dad was the one that was, he'd get whatever he could. The belt, the slipper, the hand. Get wherever he could get. Whack! The discipliner. My mother, if I started wilding out, my mother would be like, wait till your father gets home. And then I was like, damn, she'd be the one to put me on, punishment or whatever, but he'd be the corporal punishment. He's giving out lashings. Some of these kids out here don't know what that's like. So they're running around here like, oh, we could do all this, that, and the third. You got little kids using weapons on adults. There's no respect. That's what I'm saying. Where's the morals? There's no respect. People are losing their mind out here for the sake of social media. Clout chasing, as they say. They're out here losing their mind, their marbles, because they got no discipline. They have no father figure. And you know what? Whatever the case may be, whether it's he passed away, he's locked up, or he just walked away. Listen, where are the men at? Like challenging them. We need to challenge people. They caught up. They so worried about sports and etc. Like, where are y'all at? Okay, if dad's not there, where's the uncle? Nobody wants to listen to people anymore. Oh, I know everything. No, you don't. No, you don't. The respect for the generations is declining year by year. I still don't curse too much around my mom. My mom talks to me. If I say the F-bomb, I'll be like, my bad, mom. But I'm 46 years old. My dad doing the F-bomb with me yesterday. There's this respect. And then we don't have respect for each other. Like, what is going on? There's no respect for the elders. There's no respect for the children. There's no respect for the women. There's no respect for the men. When do we draw the line? Because these other people out there, they're not sleeping. They don't sleep. They're showing you their agenda every day. Every day. And we're worried about Al Sharpton running around with the president. We did that already. What happened? That's all I'm saying. What? I don't know. But it starts at home is what I do know. So even if there's not a father there's get a father figure. And I'm not saying just get any old person to come into your house. Any old man. But we're the older cousins. excuse me, where are the big brothers? It takes a village, does it not? Is it not what they tell us? It takes a village to raise the child. There's a post going around on Instagram where this man is showing uh, video of him and his wife interacting. I just couldn't get into the battle anymore because I think it's stupid. First of all, why are you showing? So the issue is that the husband comes home and there's no cooked meal. He says, I just did a 13-hour shift. She's in the kitchen eating a little slice of pizza, mind you. He says, what's going on? I pay all the bills. I pay for our vacation and I can't get a cooked meal. You've been doing this for the past 2 to 3 months now. She said, she said, I'm not your mother. I'm your wife. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, but I pay all the bills and why can't I get a home cooked meal? So she says, you want a meal? Here. She's giving him a slice of the pizza. He's like, are you serious right now? She says, well, your job is to protect and serve. And then the video goes off because it's like a 1-minute little clip. Now, first of all, we don't know what's going on. But of course, everybody's in the outroar. You got some women like, oh, that was my man, blah, 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 blah. I would do this, that, and the third. Yeah, okay. Then you got the men like, oh, you need to leave. You got a lot of people saying he needs to leave her. What you don't know is what's behind the scenes. What you don't know is behind the scenes. You don't know if she has children, and yet if she's home, because he said you're home all day, you don't work, or you don't work a strenuous job. Because people forget that being at home is work. The disrespect is what I'm talking about. The disrespect. I have 3 generations that worked and did the household chores together and took care of their children. I never heard any of the men in my family say that's a woman's job to do. In fact, they did the woman's job better than the women did. My grandmother would say she would give my grandfather her dresses to hem and mend because he was in the Navy and knew how to, sew up clothes. She didn't. Stop it. Right. I saw that. Right, Lotus. And then we hear this backlash that, American women are not raised to be wives. Who are you getting this from? Where are you getting this from? What do you mean American women are not raised to be wives? What do you think they were doing back in the days? It's just the past 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years that they really pushed the women, she wanted to go out and get an education and help financially keep the house afloat. We'll talk about that in another time on Inside Foxy's Mind with the whole feminist thing. But please don't mistake all that for, the woman. You don't know what the woman's going through. And if she's had children, there's this thing called postpartum, meaning that she can get depressed after having not just one child, but multiple children. Oh, and guess what? If she doesn't have any help at home, yeah, he's getting a slice of pizza. I said it. Because in my defense, I took her side. Because we don't know. He only said this has been happening for the past couple of months. So clearly she was cooking and doing all this other stuff before. It's just now become an issue, and we don't know if she had a child, if she's tired. Oh, you're home all day. What do you do all day? Keeping this fucking house afloat. What are you talking about? Sometimes we could do bad by ourselves. But when you're in the partnership together, there has to be a lightening of the load. If you know that you got a newborn at home, husbands, this is not all, right? If you have a newborn at home and your mother-in-law has left now, the family's gone, it's just you and her and the babies. Yeah, we know you're tired. You just did your 9 to 5 or 13-hour shifts. But is this not your child? You mean to tell me you can't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and feed the baby while mom rests? Because you don't understand that her body has been broken down, just like yours has. But she needs to fuel up to keep the boat going at home so you can come home to a comfortable, cozy house. That's work. And that's just for the moms that stay at home. Let's not even get into the moms that go to work and have to do all that woman's work at home. And take care of the children. Don't want to have that conversation with me, and I don't care who comes for it. Walk a quarter of a mile in my shoes, and then we can talk. Until then, shut up. Shut up. It's a full-time job, right, adults? But they think, oh, because you're home, you can rest. You really can't rest. You're cleaning up probably the day before's work. You're doing the chores. Now, if you have your kids at home with you, you're doing homeschooling. When are you're sitting down when they're going to bed, if that. Mothers go around the clock, guys. I'm sorry. So for anybody to sit there and be like, oh, she's just home all day. Now, granted, she may have a little time off to herself. She should. She has to regenerate. She's got to go back into the field again. But that's your child. She's not a surrogate. She's not a babysitter. She birthed this little life that you helped create. So you should be going to the bat just as much. If you are not comfortable with taking care of the baby, then go do the laundry at night. You're not working 13 hours every day. Miss me with that. And if you are, all right. The weekends, you got a day off. You can help. But again, this is what happens when we show what goes on inside our house behind closed doors, that it shouldn't be privy to everybody. It's not our business to know this stuff. They got to figure it out. He's trying to shame his wife to get attention because he's worked 13 hours. Then you got another douchebag who's got 7 kids. This is another one that's circulating around. And the so-called black family, they're making this look, you know what I'm saying? You putting all your business out there. You're giving ammo to certain people that just keep proving you right about who you are. No, you know who runs social media, right? Are they showing you what goes on behind the scenes in their house? And we know their house is dysfunctional. We know that. But they're not going to let you know that. You just keep going on social media, showing them how just ignorant we can be. And that's not cool. Because now they're judging your character, and that's not that. They could have caught you on a day off, on an off day. Bring home with children and handling a household. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And now try to work on yourself at that. Because while the guys, the fathers can go out and they're working, right? After work, they'll probably go, to the gym. They'll carve a little time out for themselves, right? You have not carved out any time, mothers, let alone go to the gym yourself. That's why you need to get your little kits in the house, get your little weights in the house. I'm about to buy me some. And work on yourself in the house if you can't get outside. Because the men will sure enough find a way to carve out some me time for them. And then be like, oh, I'm so tired. We have to be mindful of each other. Again, the respect. I know that you just did 13 hours. If it's an off day, hey, maybe make a meal that's going to last a couple of days and have leftovers. It's negotiating. It shouldn't be all on one person. Well, what's the purpose then? But if you signed up for this and you know what you're getting yourself into, you know this person doesn't really cook and you're the cook, all right, you may get tired of doing that. But you got to figure some things out. Now, if that man was talking about, I pay for all the vacations and la 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 and all this other stuff that he's paying for, go order yourself a takeout. And order it for everybody. I don't know. It's a lot of selfishness, guys. I really don't. I don't know. I could get on my selfishness too, but I'm just like, come on now. Like, this is getting stupid. It's getting stupider by the moment. And we keep showing, we keep going on other people that we didn't create's platform, showing your asses off, basically, and literally. I mean, it's just, like I said, some things, maybe because I am a personal type person, like I don't like to divulge in too much. I will when I need to, but certain things is not for everybody to know, guys, girls. I say guys, for everybody. But certain things are just not for the average person to know. It's none of their business. It's none of their business. But if you start making it other people's business, then you're going to get other people in there critiquing your relationship when I didn't ask you for your advice, nor did I ask for your opinion. So I am going to get ready to go. I got a reading coming up, and let's see. I don't know, depending on the weekend or next week, I'll probably alert you guys to let you know about the inside Foxy's mind, so you guys can catch me over there, because now I'm starting to start talking about that. I'm like, no, I just get annoyed. Like, it's just annoyance. Some people out here just stupid, looking for attention. You don't get attention at home. Now you could go on social media and get attention. I mean, you know, no, that's not you bash social media because it's a great tool. Dang it, I just put the wrong cards in the box. It's a great, you know, tool to have. You know what I'm saying? But come on, certain things just do not need to be exposed. Do not need to be tapped in. Shoot. I just put the wrong deck in. You know what I'm saying? Certain things just do not need to be out there for main public knowledge, information, things of that nature. Because it just doesn't. It just really doesn't. I mean, that's the moral of the story. It really just does not need to be out there for public consumption, public knowledge. We need to just keep some certain things to ourselves. Even with your family, like certain family members don't need to know about your life. Why? Because then you got ammo for them. They're judging. They're talking about you. They're saying this, that, and the third. Oh, you're not going to help. You don't know what, then I'm not telling you my problem. That's all. The venting, I don't even do that too much no more. I just keep it to myself. And that's not a good thing. I have people, I know who to talk to about my situationships. You're not going to get, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Just not. Everything is with discernment, guys. All right. So with that being said, this has been your midweek check-in. Yes. Please make sure to stop by tomorrow because we're going to be doing a virtual party to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of this channel. You know, I want people to come up. I will have open StreamYard so you guys can come through. You don't have to stay long. You just hang out and chill out with me and, you know, go back memory lane. You know, I like to go back memory lane. It's fun. You know, and come through and you know, chill out for a little bit if you can. If you can't, just, you know, just stop on by really quick and, you know, head on out. But yeah, I'm doing the 2-year anniversary for the Foxy Moon channel. And, you know, I really want to, again, give my flowers to the people that, you know, helped behind the scenes. But, you know, most importantly, encourage me to come to have a channel. You know, I had it for my own personal reasons, but never did I, you know, think or conceive to have a channel where I would be on. So definitely come by, guys. Tomorrow it's going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully my energy will be up. I can't miss it because I'm like, oh, my anniversary's just come by. I totally forgot about it. But yeah, definitely, you know, try to come through 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you got your notification bells on. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm putting my you guys can go to my Instagram page, okay, so that if you don't get notified through YouTube, I can send you a link so you can friend request me there at my Instagram. Okay. Mail. Missed. Oops. All right. I think I put it in my information, but yeah, you guys could just go to the Instagram page and, you know, if you haven't friend requested me, you can friend request me there, and I will send you a notification for tomorrow's main event. It is going to just be us chit-chatting, reminiscing, and, you know, me pontificating about this whole journey of doing the cards and being a channeler and being on a channel. And just, I really want to see my day oneers. My Lotus, of course, is going to be there, holding it down if she can, for sure. But I definitely want to see, have the people just come and have fun. We're definitely going to be copyright issues, because I'm going to be playing some music. I'm going to just gotta say that. We're not going to be listening to meditation. We're going to be listening to some get down funky music. So, all right, guys. Catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.